Okay, we're with Rick Olsen of Granite Grok, and I have a lighting crew today. Thank you so much. I never had a lighting crew before when I'm doing this. I should do this more often. Rick, you're going to be the MC tonight. What are you going to talk about?
Well, I'm not going to talk about much. I'm going to let other people do the talking, because there are a lot of powerful people here today, and they have a very solid message, a very pro-Constitution message, a very pro-liberty message, and we want to make sure that people hear from those folks. I mean, a lot of the folks that will come here, if they've read my posts on Granite Grok, they know where I am. They know where I stand. I do a lot of my posts on liberty and the Second Amendment, and I talk about gun issues, and I talk about the statistics. So I'm going to say less and leave most of the talking up to other people to do more.
Now, I have made on my site, thetechguiblog.com, an impassioned plea for Senator Brown to reconsider running in New Hampshire, because it's my opinion that it will not only divide the party and probably cost the Senate seat, but if it suppresses the GOP vote, will cost seats in the legislature and the state Senate. Do you agree with that assessment, or is that...
Yeah, I totally agree with that assessment. There is a very strong establishment wing within the New Hampshire Republican Party. They tend to be a little bit more moderate, and they think by pulling the Republican principles or going outside the platform that we all voted on at the state convention, that this is the way to defeat the opposing party that's in power right now. And there are many of us that simply don't agree with that notion. We need to get back to basic principles of less government, lower taxation, keeping the government out of our families, out of our homes, out of our religion, and stick to basic core principles that Ronald Reagan espoused.
Now, how much of this is the natural result of so many people from Massachusetts coming up to New Hampshire to escape what Massachusetts is and not realizing that the reason why Massachusetts was how they left it was voting moderate?
Exactly. Well, you know, there's a couple of different groups living within the microcosm of New Hampshire. You have those folks that fled from Massachusetts because they like New Hampshire's way of life. They want to preserve New Hampshire's way of life. They want to preserve the New Hampshire advantage. And then there are those folks that come up here for the lower taxes, but then they turn around 5 years and they want to transform this into Massachusetts Light or something that resembles Massachusetts. I'll give you a good example. I am the president of the Londonderry Fishing Game Club. We're a 1,300 member club, and we have a great number of people that are Massachusetts transplants into New Hampshire. And to those people we say welcome, amen, glad to have you here. For those folks that come here and want to change us to look something more like Beacon Hill or Boston or you know, the people that talk without separating their teeth, we don't want anybody. We don't want any part of that.
And for those who might be watching who didn't hear, since MSNBC mentioned your stories but didn't mention your site, for those of my readers who may, by some miracle, not know about Granite Grok, tell them about Granite Grok and where they can be found.
We are granitegrok.com, and that's spelled G-R-A-N-I-T-E-G-R-O-K. The word grok coming from Robert Heinlein's novel, A Stranger in a Strange Land.
And how many writers do you have? You have a ton of writers there.
8 or 9.
That's a lot of people.
There's 5 or 6 of us that write very regularly, but there's 8 or 9 of us that are on the writing board.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, and I'm looking forward to tonight's event.